What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. Today, I'm gonna go over a few plays in the Hulk's playbook here in 2K26. Most of these plays are pick and roll plays or have like a pick and roll action, but there are a couple 3-point plays that I feel like could be useful, couldn't, I don't know, but I feel like I would mention them. And all of my socials are in the description, so feel free to send me clips of you using any of these plays I'll talk about in this video, or maybe some other plays that I didn't go over, as well as any other plays that I talked about in the past. And as always, we will be practicing these plays on Hall of Fame. So with that being said, let's get into it. The first play is ATL Cut to Rip Fist. This is a cutter play, but it's a double ball screen that leads to a back screen. So right here, I'll call it for Porzingis because I wanted him to be the one to get that back screen. And Trae Young, he starts with the ball on the wing. Then you get the double ball screen. And from here, you can, just read the defense and make a play yourself. So right here, I'm open for the three. If you somebody that fades, like you could take these ball screens, and if nobody like hedges, you could get a fading three right here. You could get to like this mid-range area, get your floaters. So, like I said, just read the defense, see what they give you. But I let the play run. And so I want Porzingis to get the back screen because most other centers you'll play against, they're a lot slower and they're not good screen navigators, even though Chet, he's pretty fast. But like I said, most bigs are not good screen navigators. And so if they get clipped by the screen, you could definitely get some easy dunks at the rim. And also, even if they try to switch it, now you got a smaller player on your center. So that's another option for you. But you'll definitely get a lot of looks just from off this double ball screen. And if you're playing against another person, they might think this is the play. They're going to be so focused on this that they might not even notice this, and you could get some easy dunks. So just like any other play, just read the defense to see what they're doing and see what they give you. The next play is Atlanta Fist 15 double. This is a double ball screen that leads to the corner. So right here, I'll call it for Trae Young. He starts over here on the wing. Then he's going to get these two screens from Alexander Walker and Porzingis and go into the corner. And if none of the defenders like come out and hedge and stop you from getting into the corner, and like with how fades are right now, I actually really do hope they nerf them, but fades are just OD right now. So you could just take the screens and just run straight to the corner and shoot a fade. And with somebody like Trae Young, he has high three ball, goal shifty shooter, and his fade going towards his left is like pretty good. But even if you have another player, if you got a shifty shooter, you can fade all day with this play. So like I said, they would have to come out here and stop you from getting to the corner. If they hedge out too far, sometimes you could force switches or maybe hit your roll person. And if obviously if this guy rotates over, you could probably got to skip past the opposite corner. So just like all plays, just read the defense. But yeah, if you're a fader type of person, then yeah, this play might be for you. The next play is Atlanta Fist 13 horns, and this is horns pick and roll. So right here, I call it for Trae Young. He starts with the ball on the wing, and if you want it on the other wing, you can just call it on the other wing. But Porzingis and Dyson Daniels will come and set like these horn screens. And no matter where you go, both screeners, they'll stay there for a little while. So Dyson Daniels, I screen him. Then I go back the other way. He's still like setting the screen too, but Porzingis is still here too. So he doesn't hit Shea with the screen, but Shea has to, take a wide angle. And then I get around Chet. Porzingis, he pops, and I get the three. So you can use this play, you could kind of dance around in between the screens, get your defender going, one way, other way, and have him fight over screens and just like I said, read him, read the hedge defenders, and see what you got. So like right here, I get the 3 Porzingis. The next play is Atlanta Fist 15 Spain, and this is just a Spain pick and roll. And so right here, I call it for Nickeil Alexander Walker. For some reason, it makes Trae Young the ball handler. And when I call it for Trae Young, it makes Alexander Walker the ball handler. So I don't know what's up with that, but I call it for Alexander Walker so Trae Young could be the ball handler. He starts out on the wing, and then you'll get this screen from Porzingis, and then Jalen Johnson will screen Porzingis' man, or at least he's supposed to. Like the screens are kind of weird and just not this play, but just a lot of different plays. Like I feel like the screener doesn't actively look for the defender to screen. It's just like he would just screen a certain area of the court, and if the defender runs into him, then cool. But if not, then like I feel like they should actually like seek out the defender to screen him. But right here, I get the screen from Porzingis, and then he rolls. Jalen Johnson sets the screen on Porzingis, man. So even though Chet doesn't get hit by the screen, Porzingis is still able to get behind the defense, and he gets a lob. The next play is Fist 19 Drag, and this is just a simple double ball screen. So right here, I call for Trae Young, gonna dribble over to the wing. And like I said, it's just a simple double ball screen. So here, Jalen Johnson and Porzingis both screen Shea. And then from here, just reading the defense. Sometimes they'll pop, sometimes they'll roll. I think it really depends on like the tendencies or whatever, or just like what the defense is doing. And so right here, Chet and Shea go with Trae, and everybody else stays home. And so Porzingis is able to get a dunk. But you know, sometimes you might be able to get a 3, mid-range floater. Somebody else might help. So just like any other play, just read the defense to see what they give you, to see, you know, what opportunities you have. The next play is Atlanta quick 3 hammer double. This is a 3-point play, and it's designed to get you a 3 in the corner. So right here, I call it for Alexander Walker. He's going to be on the block. And I give Dyson Daniels the ball because I want Trae Young to be the one to come off these screens, as well as be the one to make the pass. And so Trae Young, he gets the screens. So if your defender gets clipped by the screens, you might be able to get a shot off here. But I like to get the ball and then try to get around my defender and get to the rim, because if you're able to get to the rim, then the play is a lot more effective because you usually force help. But Shea, he plays pretty good defense and stays with me, but Porzingis sets a good screen on Dort, and so I get an open corner 3. So against, other people, like I said, especially if you're able to turn that corner, they're going to be so focused on that they're not going to realize that this corner 3 right here. And the last play is Atlanta quick 14 stagger twist. This is a 3-point play, but you could get a dunk off a cutting action sometimes too. So right here, I called up for Alexander Walker. He starts off in the corner. Trae has the ball at the top, and then Alexander Walker and Porzingis will set these screens for Jalen Johnson, and he's gonna cut to the rim. So sometimes you'll have this cut right here for a dunk or a layup, but this also can create a lot of confusion because this Dort, he comes and helps, and so once Nickeil Alexander Walker comes up and Porzingis sets the screen, he's not even in the play. So I get the wide open wing 3. Also, another play I wanted to mention was Atlanta Fist 15 double drag. This is a double ball screen, but this time it's like a empty side one. So whoever the first screener is, they will like pop into the wing or the corner, and then the second screener will roll. And so right here, Trae Young gets the screens. Porzingis, he pops. And Jalen Johnson, he gets open on the roll, so I get a dunk. So that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know how you feel about these plays, and like I said, feel free to send me clips of you using any of these plays or any other plays that I go over. Also, let me know if there's any other plays in this playbook that you like that I didn't mention. So as always, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content.